Yeah, so some of the challenges we have. So one, for example, is client-side performance testing. As much as we've got a very mature API testing strategy, we have to, if we're pushing through like 9 billion requests a month, we have something like, I think it was 1.6 billion visitors a month. Then on the API side it's very thorough. On the client side performance testing we're relatively immature, and we know we've got a lot of work to do in that area. How we're kind of trying to get around that, we came up with a client-side performance test strategy that we kind of talked through all the teams. We kind of got key people on board with it. One of the teams created a client-side performance test tool using Puppeteer. We've called it the ASOS Web Performance Tools, and that allows kind of in-sprint comparative client-side performance testing, and that's being rolled out at the moment. So we're starting to set some kind of targets and aims and that the team's going to work towards over the coming sort of 6 to 12 months. And hopefully we'll kind of try and get to the point where we can take our client-side performance time down by about a third in total. So that's one of the examples of the sort of challenges that we have and how we're sort of working towards getting around it, but we're not quite there yet. On web, we started out maybe about 2 years ago with just a single team. I think there's around about 20 people. We've now grown to roughly about 100 people. I'm sort of guessing these figures here, but so we grew really quite fast over the course of a couple of years. And in that time period, teams popped up and started doing what they felt was best at the time. Other teams popped up and started doing what they thought was best at the time. People came and went with their own ideas. But we've got to a point now where we've sort of stabilised as a set of teams. We are starting to kind of learn from each other a lot more. We're starting to share a lot more, and in doing that, we realised that we wanted these teams to, and we still want the teams to be creative, to be innovative, to kind of do what they need to do to get the job done. But we also recognise that sometimes teams are going off and doing the same thing over here using a slightly different tool, and they're doing almost the same thing here using another tool, when they could have just shared and used the same and learned from each other's learnings, each other's pitfalls. And also we get sort of economies of scale as well, so not only will they learn the previous team's kind of learnings, they'll be able to work together and actually enhance it and develop it further. So we kind of came up with a continuous improvement and sharing initiative called Quality Quests. It's to sort of gamify exactly that, so to make continual improvements and then to share those improvements with each other, and that's worked really well. Yeah, really well. Everybody's kind of on board with it. They kind of deliver little bits of value called quests, and yeah, it just makes it a little bit more fun, than just sort of saying, go and do this, do it the same. To actually bring them together we've got boards on the wall and things. Everybody earns little gold coins and crests of collaboration. So yeah, it's gone down well.